Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. My name is Winnie Mbesa. I'm the founder and president of Royal Star Expeditions, a leading tour operating company based in Nairobi, Kenya. Today, I want to take you through a journey to 3 primary schools in Machakos County. So we are scouting these locations for a potential partnership with volunteers looking into the real impact. Our journey begins with a 2.5 hours drive from Nairobi, Kenya, heading to the villages. So we arrived at the first stop, that is Tulila Primary School, and come with us so that we can take you to see the reality of the school. After signing the visitor's book, the reality of the challenges here becomes clear. This is the school kitchen. It is in poor condition, filled with thick smoke from firewood. The roof leaks when it rains. There are no sinks. Sometimes the chef is forced to cook from outside just to breathe. You can see they use open fire, that is firewood that causes too much smoke. The walls are very dirty from the soot that comes from the smoke, which makes it uncomfortable for the chefs. The walls of the kitchen are almost falling apart. There are no windows. Sometimes they cook from outside, especially when the smoke is too much. We stand outside and deliberate and see the way forward. Look at the condition of that kitchen. Anytime it might be blown away by the wind. The sanitation is a major concern in these schools as well. Because of the sandy soil, the concrete pit latrines sink, especially when it rains. The school uses iron sheets to construct pit latrines that do not have much weight, but they end up rotting. The iron sheet end up rotting and poses a threat to the young ones. These pit latrines were recently blown away by the wind. The roof was blown away by the wind, and it is sinking from the way you can see the concrete. So the school had to construct a new pit latrine that they used iron sheets so that they could accommodate the needs of the children. The girls' latrines have no doors at all. The girls are forced to queue and wait outside their pit latrines. These 2 pit latrines accommodates over 80 girls. Only 2 pit latrines that accommodate over 80 girls, and one has no door. The school field is unleveled and has some rough, tough grass. We take a walk to the classrooms, and you can see from outside the classrooms have dirty walls. The windows do not have glasses, and there's no veranda. When it rains, some rainwater flows into the classrooms. Inside these classrooms, the walls are stained, and we see that some girls do not have shoes. Actually, most of the students do not have shoes in this class. You can see that girl, there's a boy, there's another girl seated at the front who do not have shoes. There are visible cracks on the wall and other cracks that are on the floor. The school bags and school books are placed on the floors because the classes lack shelves whereby the students can place their school bags. Some pupils do not have enough books, writing materials, pens, pencils, and school bags as well. You can see a boy uses a canvas bag to bring his books to school. One of the classrooms, there is a hole where some snakes and other reptiles and crawling insects get into the classroom. You can see that all. And this boy who is standing right here, a snake recently crawled up his shorts, but luckily he was not bitten. But that poses a danger, a constant danger to the students. The walls have potholes and cracks, and the floor is not even. Outside also, the walls are very dirty. Next, we visit Konza Primary School, still next to Tulila Primary, and this is the preschool. This is the preschool class. You can see young children in this class. The class has no door. The young learners sit exposed to a lot of cold and wind and too much dust because there's no door. The window panes are broken. This other classroom has students who do not have shoes. They wear plastic shoes to school. The walls, the floor are cracked. The walls are also dirty and stained. They require renovations. The school bags and books are placed on the floor because the classroom has no shelves. Most of the classes do not have doors and windows. This poses a danger to the pupils. Too much wind, too much cold, too much dust. The floors again have constant big cracks, and the walls are dirty that need to be painted. Where we are regularly standing, the floor is sinking. The foundation is not strong enough due to the soil. The soil that these schools are built, the soil is not strong enough to hold huge farm buildings. A boy shows us a wound that he was cut when playing outside by a stone because he doesn't have shoes. I am holding the hand of one young boy who has never owned a pair of shoes in his life. His uniform is torn and doesn't fit as well. It was a hand-me-down from a friend. Another girl does not have the proper school uniform. The infrastructure is falling. One classroom floor is literally sinking at the front. Right where I am standing, the classroom floor at the front is literally sinking, and you can see there are visible cracks at the front as well. Next, we visit the school kitchen, and the chef is washing dishes outside on the grass. There are no sinks in this school. She receives us with a lot of joy, and we find today that she was cooking outside. She tells us that it rained the previous night and the kitchen floor had a lot of water, that it took time for it to dry so that she could prepare meals for the learners. The preschoolers make a queue to go eagerly get their meal, a simple meal that is called githeri, that is made of boiled maize and beans. But even as they eat, the lack of clean drinking water is also evident. There are not enough tanks in the school. Their toilets, their pit latrines are also made of iron sheets. The door is eaten by termites, and the iron sheets are rusting both the roofs and the iron sheets. Two girls play outside during lunch break on barefoot. These girls do not have shoes. Lastly, we visit Kasengela Primary School. The story remained the same. Cracked floors, bags on the floor, children, young girls. There's a young girl in a red sweater who doesn't have proper school uniform at Kasengela Primary School. No shelves in the classroom. And the story is still the same. These schools are full of bright, eager learners, but they are struggling against conditions no child should face. Through Royal Star Expeditions, we would like to change this story, and we invite you to be part of it. At Royal Star Expeditions, we believe in travel, sustainable travel that transforms lives, and 50% of the profits from your mission trip to Kenya will go directly back to these villages to fund school refurbishment, provide essential shoes for children, uniform, books, construction of our pit latrines, and introduce even better, more and better feeding programs. Join us in making a difference. We invite you to visit our official website, that is Royal Star Expeditions, or write to us info@royalstarexpeditions.com to book your volunteer mission trip to Kenya today. Together, we can write their future. Thank you.